Let's just test this out. There's a strap in here. Keep it to the side. It's a wallet I made. I really like it. It turned out better than I thought, for sure. These ideas are just, it's funny how when you get going, you come up with something new. I'm gonna get into all of it, but the question is like, how do I, ideally you would have two cameras and you could switch, but here I want to come top down to show like, kind of the organization of it, like how I do it. Like a bag like this, and how there's another little bag in here. Everything's easy to get in and out. I mean, for me, that's the most important part. Like, could I reach in here and know where it is, know which pocket it is in, and be able to like get it because I keep it in the same place? It's kind of like, the idea is sort of like gestures, on a phone or on a computer. What are they called? Yeah, gestures or shortcuts, and so it's about keeping everything as quick and easy to access as possible. This thing, I really don't need it right now. I mean, this really should go inside somewhere and just be there. That's there like that. I love that it's just like accessible. And you take this out, that. I keep hitting that thing. So if you want to take something out, I mean, you're basically gonna go like this out, and then you have your organization down here. Pair of pants, maybe another towel, maybe some like a long sleeve, lightweight, merino wool shirt. You have like this layer. Now this setup is, I'm just trying to show that it's fully packed out, basically. Fully packed out. This would be, when you're doing stuff like this, like you can access this stuff on the fly, of course, but this setup is really where you are sort of going out for the day, and you want to have everything with you that basically everything, your whole office, everything you want to ever have really is here. And maybe it's cool in the morning and you got more clothes on, or maybe you're thinking of staying out late at night. Everything is in the bag, and then when you're out using it, the idea is that you will be carrying it and it's all sealed up, ready to go, easy breezy. Everything's in, everything's packed out, wonderful. And then you set it down on a bench, you set it down on a picnic table or at a desk, and then boom, there it is. Everything is very easy to access. Even like you can pull this over and then access knife, flashlight. It's just so easy to get to everything. Then if you want to take something out, you can just take the whole thing out. And go, okay, all right, then I'm going to just set that one here. I want to have that out, right? And you just put it back, stuff it in, boom, there it is. It's just so usable. I even put a little pin clip here the other day. Now, is it all really a two-handed? Like you can reach in and get something when it's on your desk easily. You can take the bottle out, but there is, I mean, it's a big bag, and there are going to be times when you you want to use two hands, get in there. You don't have to be afraid to pull and, smash and move and get into this stuff, unless you got something fragile, which generally I would make it a rule not to have that. Basically, you got the dedicated little sleeve for the phone right there. And, it's not completely waterproof, but it is highly, I mean, the fabric is waterproof, but the bag itself is, I would say, water resistant. Of course it's like resistant to water on some levels. I mean, it's really like that. So if you're carrying it, it's going to be basically protected, in rain, light rain. The way that I have it packed out, even if the waterproof, I mean, the battery banks down there would not be good. So if it was raining more than I thought it should be, I would take these and I would move them in the center, so that would take care of that. Also got like a fully waterproof area back here, so if you have it pulled over, that one's for sure not going to get any rain inside. So that's something cool. I didn't actually even think about it in that terms. I thought about it and maybe that you could put something wet back there, but I didn't think about you could put something dry and keep it dry, actually. Yeah, all right. So I guess I'll spend showing the outside of the bag with the camera on the side, and then I'll move to the overhead camera. I mean, probably that's the way to go. And then here you can just, maybe check out the hardware. I mean, this bag is just beyond. So I want to do a video that kind of does it justice, kind of like, it's like, man, that, it really allows you to see what it is. So anyway, because this is a unique thing, man. There's no question about it. It's a unique system that is just not being, people are not implementing this type of system out there in the field. So it's one of a kind that I've seen. I mean, there is maybe the idea in general, like the 1.5 bag carry, is something people are doing, but the way that I'm doing it is not something people are doing. This is something sort of completely new, This is a new way to do it. I mean, I get it. Like this part right here, where I'm taking it out to get something down here. I mean, that is, think about it, if you have a backpack, it doesn't sit up on its own. It's not easy to get into. If you have something below something else, you're gonna have to fish it out. So all of them have issues. There's no question. Like they say, there's no perfect bag, but I feel like this is one of the easiest ways to do it. This buckle inside, I'm not so sure I'm going to keep it. I don't think it's really necessary, to be honest. And it just kind of is in the way, so might not be something I keep. I can easily take it off. Anyway, so that's out. And then when you're sitting out, you could even have it like, God, man, I keep hitting this thing. I need to not do that when I'm actually doing the bag. Yeah, it's got to be like that, and I got to not hit it. That's the key part about it. So I also need to mark that. That part. Okay. So basically, I'm going to get it out. I'm going to show it on the camera. And then I'm going to switch to this view. And I'm going to do this whole thing. And then I'll switch to the back and I'll take everything out. And I'll kind of maybe show it individually. I can move that over here and just do it like this. You know? This bag. I do like the up and down, so maybe I'll just do everything from here and then switch back when I'm putting everything up or taking everything out. Yeah, taking everything out can be from the side. So side opening, then move to the top, down, everything about the bags, flipping it over, you know, thing like how it is, zip down, everything about it like this, top down. And then when I'm going to take when I want to take everything out and put it up out of the bag, I'll switch to the other side. Interesting. Interesting. What do I want to do? Actually, I'm not sold. All right, let's give it a try. Let's give it a good try. So, what we have here is what I call the base. The base 1.5. It's really heavy right now. I basically have absolutely everything. This actually might be how I would wear it if I was going to be going like in the airport. If I was going in the airport traveling from when I go from Portugal to India, this is probably what it'll be like. But everyday carry is a little less unless I'm carrying, everything. But it's not very common that I'm this packed out. But you know, if you go by and get groceries, then, you know, it could could definitely be this full. But even as full as it is, it's really comfortable. Really comfortable. Like, you know, I feel very one with it. Like, it really feels like, you know, there's just, it's a well distributed. It feels nice. The 50 millimeter strap, the huge buckle. It's just like the way that I have it attached to the bag, and then the way the inside is set up makes it really comfortable. And this bag is super lightweight, right? We'll get into all that later. So now I'm gonna take it off. As you can see, this bag has no problem whatsoever standing up on its own. Zero problem with that. The sides, one solid back piece going into the panel. The 50 mil super heavy duty straps, but still lightweight. Polyester, waterproof, do not absorb water. Huge UTX hardware connected to 50 mil strap. And this strap goes all the way down the bag and connects down into the bottom seam here. So it connects up, and then I put tension on it, like actually by holding it like this, and then I sewed in the top part. So this, it actually pulls from the bottom just a touch and from the top, because this, the way I did the zigzag stitching, gives it just a little, like really tiny flex. And you know, this thread that I use really does not flex. So the only way to get it is doing this zigzag, to where it gives a tiny bit of movement, just to be like, ah, yes. You know, this is something more of a way that they would do a like kite style. They put all these sorts of precautions in there to just minimize it as much as they can. So it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bag. Let's see, at the bottom, Tactical X50 with Aramid. I mean, super strong. And I've got double layer bottom, double layer back, double layer VX21 sides. It's the flap is actually single layer. The double layer for the back is actually sewn in together, and it creates a waterproof pocket in the back. Now the flap, as it comes up, it becomes single layer, but you really don't need double layer. And I wanted to keep the X50 pattern shown when I open it. So 50 mil straps. I mean, this thing looks huge. It really does. When I first saw it, I was like, it really almost looks comical. But when you're using this bag with this thing and this strap, it works so well. It's so easy. It's just a real dream. Like, your strap should work. You know, you really don't want to be messing around with your strap. You know, you want it to just, when you put the bag on, you can slide it, you can move it, you can adjust it very easily. So there's that. Now, God, I wish I could weigh this whole thing. It's more than 15 kgs, because I've got a scale inside, but it only goes to 15 kgs. This thing cannot be more than 15 kgs. No way. But how would I weigh it? It's too big. Maybe a board would work, actually. Not a bad idea, actually. So anyway, I will try that for sure. Okay, so yeah, that's the outside of the bag. To get into the inside, I'm going to switch the camera angles and go from top down. Yeah, I mean, it's just a really beautiful, 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 beautiful bag. There's just no, for me, it's like, it's just beautiful. I double reverse zigzag stitching, even on the flap. On all the stress points, I did that. Double reverse, all the inside of the bag, all the seams, everything's like that. Incredibly strong. Plenty of allowance. As you can see, like for example, the size here, you know, that's more than 5 millimeters. That's probably like 1 centimeter or more allowance from the top to the stitch, and that's a double zigzag with Dyneema 40 thread, and I poked through with a Microtext 7010 needle. Let's see, 7010. Yeah, 7010. I mean, these things are super small. Tiny little needles. So I minimized how much wear I did on the fabric, and only one go through, and super sharp, super small. And the thread on this fabric with a tiny hole in this configuration, this sewing pattern, I mean, this is beyond. This is called maximum overkill. Probably one actual thread looped in here could hold this whole bag. This thread is crazy strong. I wonder if that's actually true. Let's see. I've actually never broken it, this thread. Let's see here. The thing is I'm not going to be able to pick it up. Let's see. Let's see here. Acha, where there's a will, there's a way, isn't it? Where there's a will, there's usually a way. Like that. Okay. I wonder if this works. This is going to be pretty crazy. I feel like it's not going to at this point. Let's see if there's any, if I can actually hold it, because it's going to want to slip. Let's see. There's no way. Man. There's no way. Oh, I think I'm breaking the... No, was I breaking the thing? No, it was just moving. Let's see. Oh, it's moving the thread. God. Let's see. I don't want to mess it up. Here we go. Oh, ow, man, that hurt. Well, you see it here. I can't even pick it up with my own. I can hardly pick it up. I'm sure there must be a way I can do this. What could I do? What could I do? Tie a knot. Tie a knot. Let's see. God, that really, that hurt. I think there, if you tie a knot though, it's going to, let me think about that. If you tie a knot, is it going to put too much stress on that one point? Let's see if I tie a few knots. That was crazy, man. You can really feel, you know, what they mean by a certain amount of weight that these things can handle. You start to feel that a lot by doing this. It's never gonna hold, I don't think. Let's see. All right, let's see. Oh, that's not gonna work. Gosh, should I just wrap it around my finger? That's probably not a good idea. Oh man, I didn't see this coming. Maybe I can do like this here, where it goes back on itself. You know, this little move here. So then it, that's not gonna work. It's too slippery. The thread is actually quite slippery. Focus, 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 focus. This is never gonna work. All right. God, man. One, two. God, it's just, I'm gonna break everything inside my bag. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I don't know, man. Actually, I thought that was gonna do it, but not even close. But I guess you can see how strong this stuff is. I'm kind of determined. I can't say that I'm fully determined, but I'm pretty determined. That's never gonna work. Think somebody is probably like, yeah, I know what to do. They know the certain type of knot you can do, but I just don't. There must be a way. You would think that, I would think that twisting it like this would be a good way to do it, but I guess not. It did it. That was off the ground. It's not going to do it again. All right, well, there you go. I mean, this thread is insane. Oh, that was pretty crazy. I didn't see that coming. It reminds me, like yesterday, I was out running, and I was thinking about something about numbers and time, and then I was thinking, could all the humans on the planet pick up the Mount Everest? Like, could it pick it up, like from the base, not even from the sea level, just from like the base of Mount Everest? You know, I think it starts at a certain meter height, and then it goes up to the peak, because it's, you know, has surrounding peaks. And I was like, yeah, I mean, is that possible? 8 billion people, could they do that? And, you know, somebody, of course, is just be like, nah, obviously not. But my tiny little brain was like, it's just one, you know, one mountain. Is it just not possible? 8 billion people, because I was thinking about how 1 million seconds takes 11 days. And 1 billion seconds is 31 years, and then 1 trillion seconds is 31,000 years. And so I was thinking, like, 8 billion people, could we have the force to do it? But I totally misthought that. I mean, I missed the volume and the force completely, which is just so crazy to get your mind around, considering you think about 8 billion people spread across the planet, and here's one surface area that is not a super large, I mean, it's not crazy in diameter, you know. I mean, obviously it takes a day or two to get there, you know, just to get to that location, to that area. So you can imagine, like, it doesn't cover much. In an airplane, you would fly past it pretty quickly. So, you know, I don't think I was unreasonable. I wonder what most people would say. But, yeah, I was just way, way, way off. way, way off. I guess I could tell you, but let's see. Should I? So, it was like 0.5% of the force needed to lift from the base to the top of Mount Everest. 0.5%, 8 billion people. You know, doing all these averages and maths, and, you know, the what we think of as the volume of the mountain converted, all that. And then it was like 19% of the volume, which, okay, and then it obviously got me thinking about how rocks are so much denser than humans, which that didn't cross my mind. And it easily could have, you know, because I know that, but it just, in this scenario, didn't hit it. Like, this thing, pound for pound, you know, my hand doesn't weigh nearly as much as this, yet it's pretty much the same, you know, volume. Pretty much. I don't know what, I think this is iron, so it's like one of the most dense materials, if not the densest. So that's it. So now I'm going to open it. Here's a little sneak peek, like that. So the top, easily. I love these Fidlock buckles, you know, they're just the best. Super quick with one hand, and you know, this is everything about this bag I specifically designed and wanted it to be that way. And this, having it like that, is just, it's too good. Anyway, a little sneak peek. Let's see. So, as you can see, I kept the VX lining. This is the X50 Tactile with Aramid. These are Aramid fibers.
And this is just an incredible fabric. Completely waterproof, lightweight, insanely strong, easy to work with, looks cool, just amazing. I love this. I wasn't planning on using actually this fabric for the panel, but then I realized how much I got, and I used it for the bottom, and I was like, oh, it's perfect. I have the perfect piece for the panel, and I was like, oh, it's actually kind of perfect. And then I was like, oh, okay, wow, and it's like this, so even better. So that's it. I'm gonna go switch to a top down, and we can go over all the contents, consciousness and its contents. So I call this the base 1.5, and I call it that for a reason, and that reason we will get into right now. All right, here we go. Here we go with the top down. Let's see. Now, there's so many things about this bag, but I love that, it's like, when it's like this, I can really, if I wanted to, I could pick this thing up and just kind of run with it. And I like how it's tight. Everything's kind of boom in there, and it's all, you don't have to worry about this bag at all. It's just fantastic. So here we go. Should I stop hitting it? Flip that over. Here we go. Now we're in the bag. All right. So this is the inside of the bag. So the bag is a 30-liter bag. Yeah, it carries 30 liters with the height and length and width. And the way I have it, the whole idea about this bag is, and the reason why I called it the base 1.5, is that right out of the gate, you have the base. This is the 30-liter bag. And then and it's just a really super simple, big pockets, everything open design. And then for your little like administrative stuff, the idea is that you have the 0.5 here. And this bag is a super lightweight, super strong, designed exactly for this bag to be the 0.5. And this one has its own D-hooks. And then this bag can come out. It can come out of the bag and be used as a small day pack. And it already has, the idea is that it already has everything you use with the big bag, everything you use on a daily basis. It already has it, the core items, your wallet, your little pouches with your little things, and your notebooks, money, everything you do and use like in the big bag, and the little small things, everything's in here. So, God, where to even begin? It's crazy. This is a 1.2 liter Hydro Flask. No problem whatsoever. I've got, it's just crazy all the stuff I have in here, but I've got a 15.6 inch external monitor, USB-C. I've got a 14-inch laptop. But I guess let's talk about the main things. So it's got a huge pocket back here. This pocket on the flap side is separated by a layer of VX21, capped off with the X50 Aramid. And this is where I like to keep my lightweight jackets, lightweight sun hoodies. It's wonderful how these, I can actually take these lightweight jackets and sun hoodie, and I can put them in this bag here, and I can carry them even in the small bag. they pack up into here and they'll fit right in the back of the small bag. I can take it out. And now I have really everything I need for either a super sunny day or a windy day or a cooler day. It's really a fantastic lightweight setup. And this sun hoodie will actually pack up in the back of its, into the back of its own little bag here. But I like to keep both of these actually undone, and then I put them in the back here, and it actually, this back section is waterproof. So it, no matter if you're sweating or whatever, it makes some padding back here, and it's completely waterproof. So your sweating and everything will never reach through it. So those are stored back there. I usually keep like a little towel here. Let's see. I have all my little pouches. Any of these can just come out quickly. Got different things. Stuff right back inside. I keep another little lightweight, like kind of tote. If you like, what I do is I take this. If I'm carrying this, and if I'm going to you know, it depends on what I'm doing, but let's say if I want to get more groceries, I can take this out and then just carry the tote with this if I want to. And usually I use this when it's usually like a short term kind of thing. Otherwise, I won't buy something that won't fit in this bag, which it probably will. So this is the 0.5 inside. You can see the lining here and the kind of the D-rings here on each side. There's a pocket on each side. Here's one for the phone, specifically made for the phone, so it goes down. And when this bag is out on its own, I can grab that one-handed in and out while the bag is behind me, actually. But it still goes down in there enough where it's, you know, for me, I feel safe with that. This side, I've got a knife and flashlight. You know, keep your little EDCs everywhere. Got your little bags, wallet, passport, cash, SSD, cards, everything in this. All of these bags are water resistant. They're not waterproof, but like if you get water all here, it's not, no problem. And for me, I mean, this is one of the things I'm on the real video I'm going to talk about is the idea that like the styles of everyday carrying when you're actually using these. What do you need for it? Do you live in a place where it's just, you're always pouring down rain? Well, you know, I'm sorry for that. But, you know, I live in places where even in rainy places, it's not raining all the time, always downpouring, you know? And so this bag is like everyday carry, except if you're just going out in a hurricane or a downpour like that's super strong. If I'm out and there's a downpour in the possibility, I'll carry a small umbrella, you know? I mean, this is because you're not going to use a waterproof, like a fully waterproof, like really water resistant bag. You need that virtually never. I mean, you know, you really, when do you need that? You will just not be in that rain. That you will just avoid it and stop it until you need to go. And if you just have to go for a short time, quickly from here to there, this will be okay. So let's get back to it. So let's see. The front of the bag has a massive opening here. I specifically kept everything really simple, and I wanted to use packing cubes instead of making it complicated built in. So I've got these different packing little bags that I made. This is one just for cables, and I made some different sections here for like charger, and that's my laptop charger and cable. Then over here I've got you know, other little cables. So this is like really lightweight sailcloth with a zipper. Okay, and so this opening here is really big. It's the whole front pretty much. And yes, it is connected to the main seam at the bottom, But the way this bag is made, the way the height is, and the way that it's made with this fabric, there's a lot of room for it to expand. So something slippery and something more thin, with it just slides right in there and pretty much disappears. Also, this little bag here, got all my little goodies into it, and that is super lightweight, really lightweight fabric. And this just goes right down in there. Boom, hidden. You wouldn't even really consider it down there. So that's that, and this folds back. I've got a microfiber towel just kind of in between the front of this bag and the front of the smaller bag. I've got mints, headphones. I got my little mustache brush, mustache comb, notebook, and yeah, that's it. So got a big Hydro Flask bottle, and it does have a like a 50 mil strap on the side that you just slide it in, and then it keeps it from like adjusting if you have left stuff in here. With this amount of stuff, you really don't need to worry about it. Like I said, I've got the screen. Got the laptop. And this is inside this laptop case. It has a little divider for both of these. So that's in there. Plenty of room. I've already showed you the jackets. And here I've got JBL speaker, my phone, and these pockets, you can pull on that and get your hand all the way down there. Let's see what else. On the side, I've also got a 50 mil strap on the inside. I've got a 20,000 milliamp power bank and a 25,000 milliamp power bank. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay, so now I'm going to, you know, all of these little pouches are like this. You know, I really just, what I do is keep everything open. When I have the bag like this, I just keep everything open. Yeah, day in and day out, I don't zip anything. I just leave it unzipped. Like even this bag, I just leave everything unzipped. Everything's unzipped. And then when I want to go, I just close that over and go, you know. I don't need to zip up everything. It's ridiculous. You know, but I do like zippers. Like these look cool and it's nice, but it's just, I don't use them daily. I keep my wallet zipped up. You know, a little extra protection there, and I've got a bunch of coins. You know, in Portugal we put coins, so you want to be able to get those out quite easily and then put them back quite easily. So I do use that. Okay, so now let's get this smaller bag out, shall we? Okay, so that goes out. Slide it out like that. Boom. Okay, so there's the small bag. We'll leave that here. And now what else do we have? We have the water bottle. Okay. And then we got a pair of pants. Yeah, and there is nothing holding this laptop bag up, so it will fall forward if you don't like adjust it. Long sleeve merino wool shirt. Another blanket. So these are full length, like pants, Marmot. I think I've had these things for 12 years and they are just amazing. Let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So we got these two front things in here. Jackets, computer. Yeah, that's it. So this would be what I take on a trip. Like if I was going to go from here to India, or when I do go from here to India, this is what this will be my setup. It's just so easy to work out of this bag. It's incredible. And so here we'll just put these back. In the bottom I have like basically another little sarong. and also the I have like a little tiny little perforated like cushion, kind of, you know, it's perforated, a nice little cushion down at the bottom. A really small amount of cushion. I just don't need it with this bag. So, and here's the small bag. I think this one is 11 liters. So it's 11 liters. You know, it can easily fit, you know, a bottle. I even have, what I do with this one is I put it here. And tighten it up. So then I can have that. Okay. And this one can hold loads. It really can. Take that. This lightweight kite material is just fantastic. Jackets in. Maybe we'll squish them up. I really like how it's flexible. So because it's so flexible, it can adjust to, you know, to what you need, really. So there's that. Okay. And then you would put your random, you know, battery banks in here and chargers, and I would have everything. If I wanted to carry this, I could have this in here, just right here. Maybe take that out. And that in here like that. Right here. Yeah, so it's pretty packed up. Got my bottle. In here, I would take this out, and I would probably just put one of these packets in here, like that. Maybe even put that actually down like that. Yeah. So then it's boom. And I am going to get actually a magnetic buckle for this. I think it deserves it, a Fitlock. And then you basically, all this will be back in this bag. Okay. Everything's in there. You will take these straps off and you will put them on this bag. So you'll just clip, 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 boom. That's it. So you take that off and then you can make moves. Then you got this bag here. Perfect little day out, day pack. Smooth bag. It really is comfortable. And now you think about it, you really have everything you need in there. And then when you get back home, you there. And it's really as simple as this. Yep, like that. Take the bottle out, switch it back for this one. Okay, take the clothes out, put them in the back. This back, boom. So one of the big complaints will be that, you know, on regular setups, normal everyday setups is like there isn't one bag. There's no one bag carry for everything. And I unfortunately have had to agree to that to some extent. Like if I'm going to go for I don't know, 8-hour or even really like a 4-hour, more than 4-hour run, and I was going to maybe be stopping somewhere, or, you know, I don't know. You know, I might want to carry a running backpack, and this is just not that. So, but in everyday carry, when people are using these packs, and it's like if you have this dilemma of having this one pack that you really like to use, but you always have the same EDC pretty much. So you will have to move them from this bag to this bag, to this bag, to this bag, depending on what you're doing. And people have started using packing cubes for this sort of thing. But I love the packing cubes, but I feel like this system is just the absolute best. You know, it's like you use the zip packs for whatever you need, but you mainly use this 0.5, this 11 liter pack that weighs, I mean, it weighs really, I think it weighs 200 and something grams. So it's really lightweight, really strong, has volume, 11 liters. And so it can be in this bag and not really, like this whole setup, everything is like 968 grams, the whole thing. So it is just super light, even with this. So most other bags will have like a zip down panel, and it's like this admin panel that you can't move. So if you have it all like organized, then you got to take it out and put it in another bag. So with this setup, you have everything in one place. You know, you want to take this out real quick. You want to get to like whatever else you have down there. Boom, do it. And it's really like, you don't have to be delicate with this. You can just move things around and adjust it as you need them. And everything is tough. Everything is sewn properly. Everything is, like all the fabric is just really durable. Really abrasion resistant, doesn't tear, doesn't stretch, very strong. I mean, the most delicate thing here is this sun hoodie, which is just like, you really need to be careful with this fabric. But it's so 30 euros, and it's, you know, so packable that it's okay. When I'm here around like the house and sort of little movements, I might just carry one bottle. But I like to drink out of this one, so I tend to carry 2 around full of water, and then I'll fill it into this one. And yeah, and then when I'm going out, you know, you can just put it in the middle like that and go. If you want to move quickly, you know, you can always just throw stuff in. Really just toss, even my hat, like, you know, toss it in, put it in there, boom, let's go. Done. Let's move. Time to go. This bag is just crazy. Absolutely madness. I would love for one of the, or a few of these bag reviewer people to that I follow. I would love for them to review this bag, but that's not ever gonna happen. But anyway, whatever. It is what it is. I don't know if I even went through this one as much as I could have. This one here. So, bottle, you know, little pack. So, oh, and one cool thing about this bag actually is, so, get all this stuff out. You know. So if you do just want to like not use this bag, you can easily put it in like that, okay, and then like this. It folds down, folds in the middle, just like that. So you could take it like that, you know, and just store it. You could put it on the bottom of the bag. You know, you could easily put it in the back of the bag like that and just have this big open area, fill it to the top with whatever you want. But, you know, unless you're just carrying like, I don't know, groceries, like you could take your laptop out, take everything out and just use it like a big giant like tote bag. But with this setup, with this bag and with every, you know, it's like a portable office. This bag, it really, you know, it's just so convenient to be able to get somewhere, set it down, you know, it stands up, and flip it over, and everything is there. Everything you need is right here, easily accessible. So that's pretty cool. This does that, floats back out, boom. Just like that. This is VX21 fabric, single layer. But of course I made the big pockets, so it's two layers, but you know, single. I also did the straps the same way on this one, so it's sewn in to the bottom, up through the top, put pressure on it or tension, and then so it pulls up from the bottom as well. Everything is double reverse zigzag on all the seams, even on the front. Look at that beauty. Got a little pin holder here. Yeah, anyway, pin holder. There we go. I only recently put that in because I wanted somewhere that I always put my pencil. And that's it. I mean, it's super lightweight, like super, super, super. I see these people with these chest sort of sling packs, and I just don't get it. It kind of gives you this sense of like some sort of tactical idea or something, but it's just not practical. This bag is uber practical. It's so easy to use. So easy to use. You know, everything goes in your little packs. You know, everything's just easy. There's no zippers. Forget about zippers. Zippers are, I don't even think, you don't really need zippers. Like these bags, unless it's on these type of bags, you know, these bags are good for zippers, but these big ones, you know, it's a bolsa. It's a bag. It's meant for just carrying it. And we have the added bonus of figuring out like really good flaps and really good buckles. So it is quite wonderful. So here, this back. So everything's back in. So what happens is basically I'm using this like this, day in and day out here at the house, going from the garage to the house, back into the house, you know, just going back and forth a few times a day, basically. You know, because I come out here and I will sort of leave it out here. Everything's open out. I've got my laptop out. Everything's out. It's kind of like my office. And then I can put everything back in here and then move it to where I want to go. Now, if I want to go out to a cafe or go to the library and like just bring my office, I can just do that easily with this bag. I just close it up and take it. Everything's in there. If I'm going to go out and I don't need my laptop, then I will take this out, put the other little things, the other additions that I might need on this specific type trip, and then I'll just carry this small bag. And then there's other ways to do it. You can literally, this is also a good way, like even if you're not carrying the laptop, you can take it out just completely. And then it's like super lightweight carry, but you have tons of space if you want it. You know, you're going to go maybe have a picnic out, you know, carry your stuff down here, you know, it's just, and then if you don't have more blankets and things that you want to put underneath this bag, you can, this inside bag will be lower. So the 0.5 will sit lower in the bag, and then you can put, you know, sandwiches and food and whatever you want on top of this, if you know, because you'll have more room. You'll have more room up here. You can like stack it on here. And so, let's see. Sometimes here I'll take this and I'll just, you know, put it in there like that. I mean, this bag will just eat up things, you know? It will just eat up whatever you want to put in it. It will just eat it up. Here's a camping stove. Let's see. I want to put some. Here, I'll put this up here. Little camping stove here. This bottle here. I mean, boom. Close it up. Done. Ready. Move. There it is. I mean, it's heavy, but you got. I mean, this is a bag that can handle it. I mean, as you saw in the video, this single thread held the whole bag, which is unbelievable. Now, a double reverse zigzag with this fabric and like multiple layers, I don't know the answer, but I don't know, man. Could this bag like lift what? What could it lift? I wonder what force it could handle. Anyway, you can imagine these UTX hardware and this 50 mil strap, those probably have this strap probably has a 2,000 pound rating, maybe a 1 ton rating. And then this UTX buckle, I mean, I don't know, but it's probably pretty high up there. A weak point would be here. This is a nice swivel clip, but it's not like it's not rated for something crazy. It's pretty good, more than you'll ever need by a long shot, but it would even probably hold you on the side of a cliff, actually. Probably, I'm sure it would hold more than 200 pounds, but I'm not sure actually, but I would guess that it would. It's plastic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what those will hold. I'll have to look that up. What else? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. There's no pockets on the outside. I did that on purpose. I wanted it to be as simple and easy and just like, I wanted to be able to wipe it off, clean it, as much rain resistance as possible. Another key metric for me, key metric, what a funny thing. For me is, first of all, combing my beard because it's too much fun. My mustache because it's wonderful. And if I want to be able to, take it to the beach. If I could take this to the beach, this is really difficult. I mean, this thing can handle sand, it can handle water, it can handle being wet, it can handle the sun, but sand getting in different, it's one of those things that it's just, I wonder. I'm going to try it because I know it can handle it. Like this bottom, on sand, if it's wet, I know for sure with this fabric, water is not getting through to anything I have inside. And it can sit up on its own like this, so there should be no problem. All right, I guess that should do it for now. How much stuff can I have in here? A lot. I knew this bag was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be this good. I mean, this surpassed all of my wildest dreams. I mean, this bag this is a very, very cool bag. Look at that. I sewed it down the middle here up to here so it would have a little separation, but I wanted it tall because I wanted to be able to get into it with my whole hand. And you can also keep stuff higher or lower depending on what it is. I even have a mouse in here, have my full laptop charger. And then, as you're using this, you will get, more. I only had this about a week and I haven't used it a ton. I've been using it every day, just not like consistently for months. but it's really easy to get in and out of, and I like that it keeps some separation between, you know, it keeps some separation between my cables, because that's always a little bit of annoying problem, is that you have cables and you want to get them out quickly. Like these are the cables I use for my laptop to the secondary monitor. You know, I want to have those easily accessible. I don't want to have to worry about those too much. You know, little charging cable, little data cables. I want everything to be quite easy. Now, my laptop charger like this, I don't usually carry it in here. I would only carry this in here. You know, in fact, I probably won't. I don't ever really carry it in there. If I'm traveling, if I was going to a cafe and I knew, I mean, I don't know. I would have to be going somewhere where I needed it. And I just don't really ever need it, except if I'm in my office. I mean, that's really the only time I use it, if it's going to be just there for a long period of time. Otherwise, this power bank is 100 watts. You know, it can give me extra juice, and really any other time, I'm only going to be there for as long as my battery would last. So if it can last, you know, 4 or 5 hours, that's more than enough time, and then I'm going to be making moves. But it's possible. I don't carry it like this. This is completely packed out. But I carry most of this stuff, just not the charger. I don't always carry this in here. You know, I don't carry both battery packs all the time. I do carry the jackets all the time, and you know, all the little bags. You know, I don't carry all the clothes either that are underneath. Those are not in there all the time. So it is much lighter usually, but it's no less now. You know, it's just as easy. You know, look at that. The base 1.5. It's perfect. Okay, I guess that's it. I'm gonna leave it there, because this is supposed to be just a test anyways. All right.